Set for July 21 through 23 at Edgewater Beach Resort in Panama City Beach, Florida. The 3-day event provides farmers with information about peanut production, legislative issues, marketing, and promotions. The conference is presented by the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation. Visit southernpeanutfarmers.org for more information.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Unbeatable prices and events are popping up everywhere at Rural King. Like an antique steel fire pit for just $49.98. Or your choice of 27-foot tie-down ratchet straps, just $7.99 a piece. And don't miss taking a spin on the baddest mowers at our Lawn Mower Rodeo. Saturday, June 18th from 10 till 2. Must be 16 or older to ride. Shop now at RuralKing.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a thunderstorm in one or two spots this afternoon, high 93 to 95. Thunderstorm in spots early this evening, otherwise clear to partly cloudy tonight, low 76 to 78. Mostly sunny on Thursday, high 91 to 94. Then mostly sunny Friday with a high of 92 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Wednesday, it is the third Wednesday of the month. That means that Robert Colin from On Top of the World is in here with interesting guests as he always is. Robert, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me hold on.
Good morning.
Let me do this. Try that again, Robert.
Good morning.
There you go. See what happens when you turn your microphone on?
Hey.
So, Robert, who'd you bring with you this morning?
I have Gary Pierre. And
Look,
Gary brings in all the entertainment at the Cultural Center.
This
And
is like my fifth time with Gary.
Yeah.
You,
Well, he's always got new lineups coming in, and
Sure.
I want to introduce them. So,
Gary, how you been, buddy?
I've been all right. How about yourself?
Well, I just found out some disparaging news about you.
Oh, what was that?
You don't even know how to spell the word go, do you?
Nah.
You do realize it's G-O, not G-E-A-U-X, right? Or however it's, you know that, right?
I get that a lot from Gator fans for sure.
Hey, by the way, I will be. I'm the most honest Gator fan you'll ever meet. We are literally the most arrogant, full of ourselves fan base south of Notre Dame you will ever meet.
Well, only when you're winning. Only when you're winning.
No, we're arrogant when we lose too. We're arrogant. We'll blame it on somebody else. It's somebody else. Well, you know what? If we didn't have all these rules that were gained toward, so Nick Saban could do so well, we'd be doing better. We'll blame anybody.
For sure.
The only people more out of touch than us and Notre Dame fans, but they just won a national championship for the first time in 41 years. But Georgia fans think they're the greatest team
sure.
every year. They
sure.
think they're great.
For sure.
So what is great, though, is the Cultural Center.
Yes, sir.
Out at On Top of the World, and you got a new schedule coming up.
Well,
it's that time of year again.
It is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We just released our new lineup 2 weeks ago on, July 6th, and, we're excited about it.
If you had to pick some, and everything at the Cultural Center is a good time.
For sure.
But what are some of the highlights that you really think people are going to do? As soon as it is announced, the tickets will fly off the shelves, and you'll have to say, sorry, sold out.
Oh, for sure. That's easy. Sheena Easton, and we have Sheena Easton coming February 4th, and the Spinners coming March 18th. Yeah, March 18th.
Sheena Easton.
So, can you name any songs by Sheena Easton?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was having a Sheena Easton moment. Sheena Easton, Prince wrote a bunch of music.
Yeah.
Easton.
They dated, yeah.
Yeah, they dated, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did a James Bond? What?
Yeah, she did a James Bond. She did a Bond song for one of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She was mid-'80s.
Yeah, mid-'80s.
And
early 80s, mid-'80s.
I was looking it up and it said she did 9 to 5, but
9 to 5, yes.
I thought that was Dolly Parton.
No, not 9 to 5 Dolly Parton, but it's the same. It's not the same song, but same title. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she also replaced Sheila E. in Prince's High. You know, so. And I'm a big Prince fan, so I like Sheena Easton just because.
Me too. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're either in that Michael or Prince. Look, Michael was good.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Prince.
No. They both were good in their own right. But
Here's something you may not know, Robert, about Prince. His band that he toured with and everything, when he went into concert and everything, not one of them is on any album he ever recorded. They were only his concert band to travel with. Every instrument on every song on every album that you hear, Prince played himself.
Nice. He was the man.
That's how talented that little guy was.
He was incredible.
Sure,
he really was. He had some amazing songs. His writing was
drums, guitar, keyboard. He could do it all. He could do it all.
For sure.
Speaking of arrogant, though, he was a little arrogant.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you have to be, when you're not as tall.
So Sheena Easton's coming.
Yes, sir.
And you said who's coming to
the Spinners?
The Spinners.
The Spinners.
I get the Spinners, the Platters, the Timber. I get them all confused.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
the agenda says the Little River Band.
Little River Band,
Little River
November
Band's
19th. Yes, November 19th. Little River Band is coming. Yes,
one of my favorite songs is "Meanwhile" by the Little River Band.
November.
If you don't know the song, go check it out.
Little River Band from back in the day.
It is.
Well, it is. What happened is they sold the rights, so it's a new group of new cast of guys. But yes, it's the same.
One of the guys is still in. I think one of the original members is still in.
He's the longest.
Yeah,
he's the longest.
So it's like a lot of these bands like Kansas when they came, and I love Kansas. They came, but it's not all of them are the original. The guy with the eye patch is the same, I think.
Right, they had two guys with Kansas. Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's because Robert.
They've been around forever.
We're not getting any younger.
For sure.
And we were teenagers when they came out.
For
sure. I was.
Which
Robert's a little younger than me, and you're definitely younger than me.
For sure. And it makes it extremely hard now to actually book now also because again, like you say, we're not.
Yeah, he has a 22-year-old kid.
Yeah.
My friend, all the people I grew up with have 38-year-old kids, 35-year-old kids. He's not a grandpa yet.
No, not yet.
All my buddies are grandfathers, not fathers.
Just thinking about that kind of scares me, to be honest with you, though.
I just watched a special. I watch on A&E. I watch The Origins of Hip Hop, and you know who. And I know this is, and I don't know the audience as well as you do, but man, Grandmaster Flash is still touring.
Oh yeah, he's still
touring.
Wow, man, he was performing in the 70s.
Yeah, in the early 70s.
Early 70s.
Yeah, the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
And the Furious Five.
That was 74, 75.
It kind of leads to a question for Gary: is like, what is the audience that you're serving to, and what kind of music do they like to hear?
Yes, absolutely. That's a great question. Our audience ranges. To be honest with you, I know the assumption is being that we're at a 55+ community that a lot of our demographic is 55 and older. But no, that's not the case. A lot of our audience range from 35 to I would say about 55. That's kind of our sweet spot.
Because it's open to everybody.
It's open to everybody. Yes, even kids.
It's not behind the wall. It's out. It's out front.
Right. Yeah, for sure. It's open to everyone. We have kids come to the concerts. We get calls all the time. Asking our kids aloud. And yes, absolutely.
Well, a lot of people forget, and I because I do music and I do trivia all around town and everything, and trivia is something that. While there are young people that play trivia, most of the people that play trivia are 40 years and older. Most of the people.
Yeah.
Because you have to have a lot of useless knowledge by the time you get that age. But people say, I can't believe with all these. I had a lady last night go, I can't believe with the people that are in here, you're playing this kind of music. And I was playing hits from the 80s and the 90s. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, well, there's a bunch of old people. The girl, she was like 22, 23. She goes, there's a bunch of old people here. I go, what should they be listening to? She goes, well, I thought they'd listen to like beach music and Motown and stuff like that. I go, you do realize people that are in their 60s now grew up in 75, 76. Yeah. They were teenagers and young adults in their mid-70s.
Right.
They listened to Aerosmith.
Yes.
They listened to the Allman Brothers. Their parents listened to Count Basie and to Frank Sinatra.
And that's what you're bringing in. You're bringing like the Aerosmith era. Well, the tribute bands.
The tribute bands like Aerosmith, Fleetwood Mac. Times are swaying to those groups now. We kind of, now the last doo-wop group we booked was maybe 3 years ago, and it didn't sell as it did in the past. In the past, I mean, me and you could perform a doo-wop show and it'll sell out there, but now it's not the case because, again, that music is just fading
That's not because the people who listen to that music, who made that music popular, the one thing that you don't ever beat, you can beat everything. Father Time is undefeated.
Oh, amen to that, sir.
So you brought in Motown. What are other more cultural, or not cultural, but what are more current and relevant music for now?
We have we got a wide range of things. We even got a comedy show. We have Michael Winslow coming. He's coming this year. You know who Michael Winslow is? He's the guy from Police Academy
that can make all the noises.
Yeah, and he was on America's Got Talent.
Yeah, he just was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So again, it's a broad scope. We have the Lords of 52nd Street coming back. That's Billy Joel's original band.
That's his touring band.
Turn band. Yes, sir.
Who is?
Lords of the 52nd Street.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Billy Joel's. They were basically Billy Joel's backup band.
Okay.
And they would go on tour.
And to answer your question, you asked, who is our audience? Like a group like Lords of 52nd Street, we brought them back after COVID when ticket sales wasn't as good because we were still operating at 50% capacity. But everybody demanded for them to come back, and we brought them back. And right now, we just released a lineup 2 weeks ago, and the show is almost halfway sold out.
Well, and this is not the first visit for the Little River Band at the Cultural Center either.
Well, this their first. Yes, the Little River Band. Yes, sir.
Is that their first out there? Oh no, they were down south at that other
down
place.
south.
I won't that other place named after a woman. I want that other place.
So, like Sheena Easton, what brings her in? Why is she in this area? Do you guys bring her in, or how do you get her?
Well, Sheena Easton, we're working with a local promoter to bring in Sheena Easton. He works for a lot of acts like that. Can't think of the guy's name right now, but Rockin' the Rollers. Okay. They back Sheena Easton for her band and stuff like that. So it was just favorable, and it just always happens the way it's supposed to happen when we get in a team. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm waiting. I keep waiting. I know one year I'm gonna see that Styx is coming to the Cultural Center, and when Styx comes to the Cultural Center, Robert, now I'm gonna have to come off the wallet.
I love this Styx.
I'm gonna have to come off the wallet.
It's funny you say that because we was actually looking into bringing a Styx tribute.
A tribute, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but the actual Styx is still touring.
Yeah, still touring. A lot of those groups.
With Tommy Shaw and those groups, they're still touring.
Shaw's still there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The only one that's not there is Dennis D. Young isn't there anymore. Yeah. Don't get me started on
Mr. Roboto. I could go through all of them, but
Renegade. Too much time on my hands.
Yeah.
I could go into Styx for a long time.
So if they want to bring in a group like that, do people
come
call
sail
you
away.
And they say, hey, get the Styx here, and then?
Yeah, I actually research it. I listen to all of the calls. Like you said, I am young, and a lot of the music that we bring in is before my time. So I do a good job of listening, and when I get a high volume of people saying bring in a certain act, I look into it. I price it, and if it's feasible, we bring them in for sure.
Yeah. So I just need to get a big group of people to call your phone constantly.
Yeah, for sure. That's
Styx.
it.
Just a phone bank.
Yeah, get a phone bank. Styx.
Yeah, that's what I have to do for sure.
Sure, I could probably for a little bit of money reach out to somebody in Jakarta or somewhere and just get one of those phone centers to call you. Hello, my name is Bob.
I live in Ocala.
That's pretty much how it goes too. I tell you, that's just how it goes.
But we've talked about concerts and all, but there's a lot more that goes on at the Cultural Center.
Oh, absolutely.
Than just concerts. Talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, for sure. We have weddings. We actually just booked our first baby shower at the Cultural Center coming up in August 28th, and it's for 500 people. I've never heard of a baby shower with that many people.
That's a family that's not just getting baby clothes. They will. This child will be taken care of until they go to college.
For sure.
Baby shower.
For sure.
That's why there's a formula shortage. It's all coming to this baby shower.
For sure. We're fortunate that they chose us to have that event, and but we have weddings, receptions, banquets, fundraisers. I mean,
now
we do it.
Is that where the annual CEP luncheon is every year? Is that
Well,
the
actually, the past year it was at the WEC, but that's where
right,
it was.
but it
previous.
was
Yes,
y'all
sir.
had it at the which means it can hold because I know that
600.
600 people come to that
with tables. With
Right,
tables, we
yeah.
can hold 930 theater style.
Yeah,
Right.
Was it the coastal conservation? I can't remember but they deal with fishing.
Mhm.
and-
Oh yeah, coastal conservation. Yes.
Yeah, that was a fun time. I went to that.
Absolutely. Coastal Conservation is actually our longest standing clients. You know, we just have a great working relationship. They've been good to us. We've been good to them, and it just
Y'all do expos out there and everything.
everything. Yes, sir. Everything.
Actually, I
everything.
ran the home improvement expo
Home
for a number of
improvement.
years with Teresa Fields. I don't know if we're doing. I think next year we may be
home
doing it.
improvement, craft fair, lot of community events we have out there. It's exciting. It really is, man. It keeps us busy. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
And then you've got all the activities on the square as well that you book.
Correct. Yes. So the town square, we've actually started bringing in more expensive entertainment, if you would, I guess, and the attendance on the square has been insane with people. I mean, the bands are some of the best local talent that we have around, and it's been phenomenal.
Folks line dance their
Oh
life away.
my gosh, yeah, the line dance, they still line dance, but it's a different crowd now. It's a different crowd.
But it's another venue, though. The town square is just another venue because not only are you bringing in great acts and everything, but you're bringing in local people too.
For sure.
So you're helping the talent in the local area as well.
For sure. We definitely support local talent. Like Rocky and the Rollers. Like I said, he's one of them that we support. Rocky is huge in the active adult community, if you would. He has a huge following, and whenever you invite Rocky and the Rollers, you're probably gonna have about 2,000 to 3,000 people.
Out of curiosity, with all like the shortages in finding labor, is there any shortages or difficulty getting bands and tribute groups together out here?
It's getting harder. It's a lot of musicians, so you can find the entertainment, but it's getting harder to find some of the better bands, if you would, because the fees are going up and the demand for the bands are going up. So
As more venues are opening around town and in the area, that they're having to, 5 years ago you didn't have to compete with some of the venues you have to compete with.
Right.
To get that
we're doing
talent.
like even at Sholem Park, we've got our series that we do through Master of the Possibilities, and we've got a Turkish band coming out of Tampa. And other cultural groups, I can't really think of who they are right now, but Spanish group out of Orlando. So but it seems like those are kind of niche. But I don't know how hard it is for you to find groups to come here.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Rob. We've been so fortunate over the years. When we seek an entertainer, we've almost always succeeded with bringing in that entertainer, with the exception of if we can't make the funds. That'd be agreeable, but other than that, though, everything has been pretty much favorable. If I can't get in touch with them with their agent, I just pound the phone call, just bug them, and eventually they submit, and then someone give me a call back.
So you hold 600 people for like a wedding with tables, but how many people does the venue hold for just a concert?
930.
900. So that makes it that's over 200 people larger than the Riley. So it's a bigger venue. For some perspective, it's 200 seats bigger than the Riley because the Riley's like 704.
Right.
And 70 seats short of the Sharon, because I think the Sharon holds 1,000.
Yeah, that place down south that we don't talk about. Yeah, that place named after a lady. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that place.
Right. So every year you try to bring in a couple of big acts, and then the rest is different kind of music that just fits what people are looking for.
For sure, and for price points also, because everybody don't want to.
$100.
The
Or
some people
$85
just
for
want
a
to hear the
ticket.
music, and we get that all the time. When folks come in and buy tickets, they prefer not to buy the front row seats like others. They want to get to the very back where they can dance and stand up, without being interrupted.
I know something that's very popular across the age groups. Like my niece is 29 years old. She'll turn 30 this year. But because her mother was such a big fan, she's a huge fan as well. How big a draw does an Elvis impersonator bring you guys?
Oh, man.
Got one coming.
Are you kidding me? Elvis,
And it
the king will never die.
No, and there's no age group that doesn't show up for Elvis.
For sure, man. Elvis is the one act that we can bring in every year and it'll sell out.
And you do bring it in every year.
Every year. We work with Habitat for Humanity to bringing in one of their Elvis. Coat the note. I'm sorry if I'm messing up his name, but he's a local kid, right, from Dunellen.
And he's really, really good.
He's really, really
He's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
I saw him the Denellen Christmas Festival and Parade 4 years ago, I was one of the judges. And afterwards, everybody went to the park there in Denellen, and he performed. I was like,
yeah, he's really good.
Man.
Is it the songs and the music, or is it the whole performance?
No, he
It's
does
everything.
the mannerisms.
Everything.
The costume and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. The costumes are
And he
super
does
expensive.
costume changes.
Changes.
So I have friends that live in Australia they've been running a Kiss tribute band forever.
Right.
Kiss Destroyer, I think they're called. It's like, and that's a big show, right? They
Yeah,
do
for
the
sure.
fire breathing, but do we do Kiss? I mean, is there Kiss bands that travel around?
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Is that something that's still even popular?
Oh,
yeah. Oh, for sure, man. Kiss, Queen, man, all of that. That's good music. It never dies.
Fleetwood Mac's
Fleetwood
a
Mac,
huge
for sure.
tribute deal.
That's another show we can bring in anytime, and it will sell out.
Yeah.
Anytime we can say, hey, Robert and Gary is performing Fleetwood Mac. It'll
And
sell
now,
out.
now, now,
They won't get their money's worth.
now, but see, and there's one, and there's a lot of good Fleetwood Mac bands around Florida and everything. But there's a band called Rumors
Oh man, they're good.
that you literally, if you don't look close,
Yeah.
you would think Stevie Nicks had walked out on
yeah,
stage.
for sure.
Because she's got Stevie Nicks down to a T.
For sure.
Mannerisms, the way she talks, her voice,
For
everything.
sure. For
Not
sure.
just the way she sings, everything. I've seen them at the House of Blues 3 different times. It's been an amazing. And like you said, all you got to do is say Fleetwood Mac.
That's it.
People don't even hear tribute band. They just hear Fleetwood Mac. Here's my money.
Absolutely.
Here's my money.
So Gary, you've got Sheena Easton, the Little River Band. I mentioned the other. When do these tickets go on sale, and where can they find it?
They're on sale right now, and you can go to csculturalcenter.com and purchase tickets, or you can visit the box office Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And there's all price points.
There's all price points for everyone.
Price
So
points
where
for
would you-
everybody.
csculturalcenter.com.
Yes,
right?
sir.
And that's where you can see everything that's coming.
Everything. Yes, sir.
Everything that's whether it's the conservation, coastal conservation.
Well, Coastal Conservation, we don't post the private events, but all of the concert series, yes, it's on the website.
Okay.
Anything that we have to the public, it's on the website. Yes, sir.
You know, Robert, I'm a trivia guy. That's what I do besides radio.
Yep.
Great trivia question. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, who's the youngest ever paid for, so it's professional, Elvis impersonator?
Oh God.
Oh man, that was a tough question.
It's real. It is, but when you hear it, you'll be like, "Are you serious?"
Bruno Mars, I know that.
Is that right?
I know that. Yeah, Bruno
5
Mars. I already
years
know
old.
that. Yeah, I already know that. Bruno
5
Mars.
years old, Bruno Mars performed at his
Yeah.
dad's stage show in Hawaii as an Elvis impersonator
Yeah.
and made money.
yeah.
And Bruno Mars' favorite performer growing up as a kid was Elvis Presley.
And by the way-
then he put Prince and Michael Jackson in. But Bruno's an
I
old
about to
soul.
say,
He's a
yeah,
throwback.
exactly. He's by far one of my favorite entertainers right now.
And that's what he is, an entertainer.
Entertainer.
Even his voice is kind of this old silky. Kind
Yeah.
of sound,
Right.
So, yeah.
But
Good.
yeah, the Guinness Book of World Records recognizes Bruno Mars as the youngest professional Elvis impersonator ever.
Wow.
So maybe you just call Bruno's people and say, look, we don't want you as Bruno Mars. We need you as an Elvis impersonator.
I would love to have Bruno, but those tickets would be insane.
No.
$1,000 piece.
Bruno, you're an Elvis impersonator. We got to sell him for $15. Same Bruno Mars, you Elvis tonight.
For sure.
I don't believe he'd go for that. I don't believe,
Nah, he
he'd go for that.
No, he won't for sure.
So tell people the website again so they know where to go.
Yes, sir. It's csculturalcenter.com. That's csculturalcenter.com. And again, you can go to the box office Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The telephone number is 352-854-3670.
Robert, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, how's the school coming?
School is really coming great. Annie Avery is she's our principal, and we got our TCO, our temporary certificate of occupancy. I think we're expecting to get the CO either today or before Monday or Tuesday. But she's already moving in, and she's got her teachers all hired, and everybody's ready. And
Class is a month away.
class, it's less than a month away.
It's like 3 weeks away,
August
isn't it?
10th.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And it's just everything's ready. It's a lot of anxiety, but she has really terrific teachers on staff, and
Sure.
really excited for it.
So first field trip, Shalom Park or the Cultural Center?
Well, we were talking about that because the music teacher's already reached out to Gary about bringing her music class to different performances.
Well, there you
And
go.
so-
For sure. We're excited about it, too.
Yeah. So what's coming up at the park? Anything we need to know about from the park?
Well, we got in October. We have our Fun at the Park event. We will have I can't even think of his name right now, but he's just a local performer doing music, and just going to be a relaxing, easy day at the park with events. And just the Park After Dark series, which is through Master the Possibilities, has a lot of beautiful cultural music, like I said, Turkish or Spanish music, and it's a lot of fun. And we always do really well selling those out. So if people are interested, they can go to Master the Possibilities and look up what's coming for Park After Dark series.
And all these are open to the public.
All of it's open to the public.
Right.
Yep.
That's the key, folks. It's all open to the public. If you wanted to check out the concert series and all at the Cultural Center, csculturalcenter.com.
Yes, sir.
Is where you go.
A lot of fun today.
A lot of fun.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Thank you. Yes,
and
sir.
remember, Robert, now you know, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars. We'll be back at this timeout. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Senator Chris Van Hollen, the Democrat from Maryland, won the Democrat primary Tuesday night. Van Hollen is seeking a second 6-year term in the Senate. Senator Mitch McConnell, the Republican from Kentucky, is sounding the alarm on Democrats' continued spending during a time of inflation.
For the better part of a year, our colleagues have been trying to cook up legislation that would make life harder for small businesses, attack affordable American energy, and hike income taxes on families in every single tax bracket. Apparently, for most Washington Democrats, spending the country into inflation actually wasn't enough.
Bipartisan legislation passed on Tuesday would repeal the Defense of Marriage Act and enshrine marriage equity into federal law. The legislation was approved 267 to 157 in a House vote. USA Radio News.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message and data rates